Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. Today I have all of my stuff here for us to do a July favorites. I can't believe it's already about to be August. Well, it'll be August when you see this. Let's just get started. I'm just gonna grab things. The first product I have is the Let the Good Times Roll Face and Body Cleanser from Lush. I got this as a sample a few months ago and I used it and I loved it, and it took me so long to buy the full size and I don't know why I waited because this is amazing. I've been using this and only this as my morning cleanser for the past month. It's just so good. It has like cornmeal and cinnamon and a bunch of stuff, which I didn't think I was gonna like the smell, but I love the smell so much. This is what the inside looks like. It's just this solid, almost like a clayish powder consistency. You just kind of take like a pea-sized amount, mix it with some water in your hand, and then it kind of gently exfoliates and cleanses the skin all at once. It makes my skin feel so soft, and just that smell is amazing. It lingers on my skin in the best way possible. This is probably my favorite thing from Lush ever. Next I have the Becca Liquid Crystal Lip Topper Glow Gloss in the shade Champagne Dream X Bellini. It's just such a nice gloss. It has such a beautiful glittery but not too glittery duochromy kind of shift to it. It's really nice. It's pretty long wearing. I don't have to touch it up too much. It's just such a pretty color. It's not too sticky. This is the only shade I own so far. I think there's like 6 or 7 and I definitely want all of them. Next I have the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. I have been meaning to talk about this the past 2 videos. I wanted this one to be in my very first favorites video and I totally forgot about it, and I forgot about it last month too. But I'm finally talking about it now. I have been using the Kat Von D Trooper liner forever. I've probably gone through 5 things of that, and this has easily replaced it for me. The pen tip is super similar. It's a little bit longer than the Kat Von D one and a little more flexible, which I like. I feel like I can make my wings so much easier and faster with this. And this one's waterproof. My biggest issue with the Kat Von D one was that I have very watery eyes and the corners would always disintegrate or it would transfer, and this one just stays put on my eyes. I never have to touch it up. It's amazing. Next I have the Becca Sunlit Bronzer in the shade Bali Sands. I think the component is super cute. It looks just like their highlighters but has that cute bronziness to it. I saw this online and I liked how light of a shade it was. I was like, that's totally gonna actually work for me and not look orange or brown or anything. And then when I was first applying it on my skin the very first time, I was like, is this even doing anything? But it's just such a subtle bronze, and then when you build it up, it creates such a nice color. This isn't even gonna transfer on the screen, but it's such a nice shade. It's nothing too crazy. It's very buildable, and I really like that about this. There's some bronzers I've used that you can barely dip your brush into and there's way too much pigment on your face and it's really hard to go back from that. I like that you can build up with this one. I've pretty much only used this for bronzing and contouring for the past month. I think it's wonderful. Next I have the Magic Palette by Juvia's Place. You totally knew this was coming. I'm obsessed with this palette. I just think it's so beautiful. The shadow quality is amazing. I really think I might like this more than my Makeup Geek shadows, and those were my favorite shadows forever, but I think these might beat it. They're so soft and creamy. I've uploaded 2 videos using this so far. The first impressions and then just another tutorial. And they're so good. Terrible swatches, but these are just such good shadows. If you don't own this palette or any Juvia's Place palette, that's what you need to get next. Put that on the top of your priority list of makeup must-haves. Next I have another product from Lush. This is the Ultrabland Facial Cleanser. This is my favorite cleanser to use to take my makeup off. It's so good. It doesn't really have much of a smell to it. It just kind of smells like baby wipes. Just very faint and clean. It just looks like this. It's kind of just like a white putty kind of color consistency thing. I just take a small amount on my fingertip without even wetting my face. I rub in my hands, rub it around my face, and it helps dissolve the makeup off. And then I just take a warm washcloth and take the residue off. And then I'll cleanse my face further to make sure my skin's actually getting cleansed and I'm not just taking the makeup off. But this does a great job at removing the makeup portion. That makes my skin feel really soft. Next I have a sample that I got in an Ipsy bag this month. This is the Trifle Cosmetics Rasperry Ripple Ombre Radiance Blush Palette. It's so tiny and so cute, and when I saw that I was getting this in my Ipsy bag, I was like, okay, whatever, it's just a blush trio. I'm sure I'll use it maybe once. I have used this little blush trio so many times this month. It's just so nice. I'll mix all of them together. I'll mix only 2 of them together. I'll do them individually. They're really nice. They're pigmented, but they're not too pigmented. It's really easy to build up with these. I looked up this palette online, and the picture online looks exactly like this one, so I don't know if the one online is just the exact same thing, just a little bit bigger, or if this is the full size. I really don't know. This to me seems like a sample, but I think it's great. I'm probably gonna have to buy the full size because I'm really into this palette right now. And last, I have the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. I truly did not expect to like this as much as I did, just because the other 2 Naked palettes that I do have aren't like my favorite. I rarely reach for them because I have things that I like so much better. But I kept seeing and hearing such great reviews on this one. I figured I would buy it and give it a shot. And I really truly love it. I think I mean, these are my colors. This is what I would wear every day if I could. And I do. Whatever. But the quality's there. It's so much better than the past Naked palettes. If you watched my first impressions video on this palette, then you already know all this. But I'm really happy with this. I think that if this is something that you've had your eye on since they started dropping pictures of it before it released, then maybe you should get it because I'm really happy with it. Good purchase. So that's it. That's all that I have. Not too many things this month, but I still wanted to share the things that I've been loving all month because I love watching these kinds of videos. I love making these kinds of videos. Let me know in the comments what your favorite products were this month. If you've tried any of the things I have, what should I try for next month? Let me know. If you like these favorites videos, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I will catch you in the next video. Okay, bye. In the shade Champagne. Okay. Now I'm too low. Alright, let's try this again now that my camera isn't full. There's always something. It's either dead or the memory card's full. There's some bronzers I've used that you barely dab. I have used this little I really cannot talk today.